So how you doing? Hey, today we're going to give this Craftsman S205 a run, and we're actually going to put it in wood today. Got the issues sorted out, so if you guys are not familiar with this project, we have been working on porting this saw up, and we ran into a bunch of issues along the way. We started out with the stock setup. Wasn't great, little small in the displacement, and decided to try to modify it and put the top end from a Husqvarna 50 on the saw. Well, we did that, and along the adventure there, the saw would not perform very well, pretty horribly. So I ended up stealing the top end off of this saw and put it on something else. And then, or I should say, I ended up stealing that Husqvarna 50 top end off of this saw and putting it on something else. Well, I had another top end for the Zenoa clones, which is what this Craftsman is. It's a clone of the Zenoa series of saws. So I had another top end that is known to be one of the better ones. There's a bunch of these Zenoa clones, all sorts of different displacements and stuff, and I had one of the ones that are known to be better, and I decided to go ahead with that one, and that's what we did. But along the process there, we discovered that there was an issue. The flywheel, I guess you could say the flywheel key was all but sheared. It mangled up the crankshaft, mangled up the flywheel and everything. The timing was way off. So all of the test cutting that I did up prior to that point was probably not accurate because of the timing being so far off. So I corrected that issue. So what you're seeing today is basically a guess on where the timing needs to be for this saw. It might need to be advanced more, or delayed a little bit more or something. This is just the point to where I got the saw to run and run well, straight out. First time out of the gate. Now I had to do some finagling, a little bit of stuff to get the flywheel to work without a key, because there was some damage there, but I managed to get her. And today we're going to give her some cuts and see how she's performing. The chain that came with the saw was the worst chain I've ever dealt with. The rakers were hardened to a point where I couldn't even file them. So I would have had to grind the rakers or stuff, so I decided to just throw that chain away. This is a brand new Holtz Foreman chain, and it's very, very, very hungry. I found that this chain is so hungry it just wants to bounce and chatter everywhere. But after you sharpen it, or after I sharpen it the first time, it cleans up really well. Well, today is it's the first time out of the box, so it's probably going to be, too hungry. It's going to be, rough to cut with. I shouldn't say rough to cut with. It's just going to be a little rough. You know what I mean? It's not going to be as fast as it will be once I get her sharpened up. This is where we are right now. We're going to give it a try. So here we go. Let's make our first cuts. She has been lightly ported, nothing major. When I say nothing major, I mean I did no work to the exhaust, a little bit of work on the intake, and a little bit of work at the transfer, and a base gasket to delete. I am considering taking this saw to an expansion chamber build, so I wanted to be careful on what I did, which I think we will eventually take this to an expansion chamber. So yeah, this is how she's running, and let's make some cuts. Alrighty. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. She's running a lot better now. Saw has a lot more torque than probably what it looks like. That chain is just so ridiculously hungry that I need to tame her down a bit. I never realized that the Holtzformer chain out of the box would be so aggressive. In fact, the physical tooth size on the 325 Holtzformer chain, they might actually be using the same tooth on their 3/8 chain because it's freaking huge. So I'm gonna have to do some stuff. If you've never compared them, like the Steel 23 RS tooth, the physical tooth size on it is way smaller compared to this. And that will do a lot to the performance. So I'm gonna do some stuff here. I'll get her tamed down, get her running properly. But you know, as far as the saw is concerned, she's running great. Everything's tuning up like it should be. And from here out, we're making tweaks to see what kind of, what next level stuff we can come up with for this saw. So yeah, we're back up and running, and now we can finally move forward with this project. She's been a long, hard trip. We're on 3 top ends now, sorting out different things, and it is what it is. We did what we had to do to get her done. Just gotta be patient. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.